tenga, and I'm going to make lamb chops curry and dal. I'm going to record the dal because I make dal a bit differently to everyone else. I'm going to start on the dal now. So I've used 2 cups of dal there, red split lentils, and I like my dal to be thick, so I haven't added much water. It depends on how you like your consistency to be, and you can always add water later as well anyway. I've just got 1 onion finely chopped up, half a tomato. This is something extra that I add. I just like the flavour of it, so it's about, I'd say about 1/4 of a pepper, red pepper, and 1 bay leaf. And for now I'm going to add about 3/4 of a tablespoon of salt, and if you need a bit more you can always add it later. I just don't want it to be too salty. I'm just going to add everything in, and then you want it on high heat because you want the dal to soften. And I'm going to add some turmeric as well. Just need a tiny amount of turmeric just to give it its colour, and that's literally it. I've added everything in and it's on high heat just to make the dal soften, and I've added a tiny amount of turmeric just because you want it to give it its colour. I'm making my dal. I started doing it like my mother-in-law because her dal is like the best dal, so I asked her what she adds. She said she adds a bit of curry powder, which I'm going to add later. Actually no, I'm going to add it now. So this is something my mother-in-law adds, which I never used to add. Is mixed curry powder. She adds it to her dal. We've never added it, but it tastes so, her dal is the best dal, so I'm going to copy her and add it in as well. I'm adding a tiny amount, like a very small, it's not even half a spoon, it's not even 1/4. So it's now reached boiling point, so I'm going to reduce the heat and put on medium gas and let that simmer for a while until everything is soft and cooked. So the dal is coming along quite nice, the onions are still big, look. But at this point I like to take my spoon, my plastic spoon, and just start mashing the dal because it's quite soft. So it should actually start mashing together quite quickly. The dal is almost ready. Stupidly I added a bit more water, now it's a bit too runny for me. So I'm just going to leave the gas on for a bit more, let the water reduce a bit. Everyone's favourite stage, so I'm not going to fry the garlic. I fry it in ghee. I like that smell of ghee in dal. This is the only pan I use because I don't want to ruin my other ones. Just going to add the garlic in first. And then once they started to brown a little, I'm going to add some of the things. So in a few minutes I'm going to add the bird's eye chilli and then the 5 spice to it, and add it to my dal finally. You don't want it to burn, so I can see it's starting to brown, so I'm going to take it off the heat and then add it to my dal now. See, some of the garlic has burnt. I'm going to actually pick those out. I absolutely hate the taste of burnt garlic.